Hi friends! So this week I am going to be sharing my grocery haul with you, and just excited to share with you some practical, realistically what a healthy grocery haul can look like on a budget, and specifically just pointing out that it doesn't have to look perfect. And a lot of times, especially on a budget, it can't be perfect. You just have to do the best you can within your means. I'm also hoping to encourage you just with some simple tweaks and working your way towards healthier eating. One example is like the hot dogs that I got this week are the uncurd all beef hot dogs, even from ALDI. Are there more perfect hot dogs out there? Yes, but this is definitely a better option than your more common hot dogs. And why uncurd versus curd? Typically the curd meats have additives and chemicals to preserve them, and then the uncurd just tends to be a little bit more of a natural process to preserve them. Typically it uses salt, and so usually uncurd, whenever that option is available, is a better option. And then if you follow me on Instagram this week, I will be posting the different meals that I'm going to be making with the groceries that I got this week, just to kind of get the meal ideas and things like that, and hopefully encourage and inspire you for some healthy meals that you can make. These are the things that I got at ALDI this week. So starting over here with some of the fresh produce. This is one of my first zucchinis from our garden, so super excited about that. And then I did get some other zucchinis and summer squash. Again, it's a really cheap, or relatively cheap vegetable that's really yummy, and there's so many different ways that you can make it and add it to your meals, to add vegetables to your meals. And then of course bananas, we love bananas, and sweet potatoes. I think there's a stir fry that I might make this week that I use the sweet potatoes. And then some carrots and radishes and peppers for lunches and things. I got some more cilantro because I'm making some garden salsa and things that I wanted some extra. And then the baby spinach and arugula, and I like to mix that with the romaine. And then this week I did get one of the organic celery. It's more expensive, but celery is one of the on the Dirty Dozen list, so it has one of the most chemicals and what have you. So I often will get like some regular and some organic because I just can't really afford to get all organic. But I try to get organic when I can for those things, especially that are on the Dirty Dozen list for the year, which can change from year to year, but kind of tends to stay the same. But celery is on that list, so I do try to get organic when I can because it has otherwise a lot of preservatives and things on it. And then some balsamic vinegar. Love using this with homemade salad dressings, a simple dressing, and a whole lot cheaper than the salad dressings in the store, and that often have so many things that we shouldn't really be eating. This is, by the way, an example of an imperfect grocery haul, because we're living within our means and doing the best that we can to eat healthy. But no, it's not perfect. It's far from it. But it could be better, and it could be worse too. So I might make some Rice Krispie treats for a few things we're doing this week. And so I got those, and yes, those are something that's very processed and things, but it is what it is. And then graham crackers and these peanut butter crackers, those are frequent snacks, as well as these beef jerky sticks. Actually, these are the turkey sausage. Those are frequent snacks that I get for my kids, as well as these yogurt bites for my youngest. And those, again, are not perfect, but they are what we use with our kids for our family. For example, these have a lot of chemicals and preservatives, and the carrageenan, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, corn syrup solids, dextrose, which is actually derived from corn, things like that are very processed, very like not natural, not really good for you to be having, but There are better options out there, and sometimes when I can, I will get the better options, but then other times when we're just trying to stretch the budget, we stick with those. So, and these have like the synthetic vitamins in them and sugar and natural flavoring, but otherwise relatively clean ingredients, and they are colored with natural vegetable juice, I think it is. Yeah, vegetable juice colored. So that's better than the food dye and things like that. And Aldi has been having this cherry berry blend, and I've really been enjoying it. I normally get the berry medley, but they've been having the cherry berry blend and something kind of different. It has the dark sweet cherries and the tart cherries, and I've been enjoying making like a warm compote, like fruit compote in the evenings. And then I have this light like almond milk type ice cream that I'll make in the blender real quick and just put some of that on top, and it's super yummy, just kind of a light snack in the evenings. And one of the reasons that I like having it in the evenings is because cherries are one of the few natural food sources that actually have melatonin in them. So it's a great thing to have before bed to kind of help get a good night's rest. And this bag is, let's see, 3 pounds, and so, but it's $7.59. It's a little bit more expensive. So one thing I'll do, this, I will put the price of the berry medley up on the screen. It is 2 pounds, and I think it's around $5, but I will put that up on the screen. Sometimes I'll mix them to help the more expensive bag stretch further with something else. And then also we love putting berries also in our oatmeals in the morning, so that's another way that we like to use these. So then I also got the strawberries that I like to make the jam with. I'm also going to be making my chia seed jam for my husband and I this week, and if you're interested in those recipes, I do have a video where I share those recipes. I can put the link down below. And strawberries is another, definitely one of the, on the Dirty Dozen list, there have been found like as many as 15 different pesticides and things on one berry. And so it is definitely something worth getting organic when you can. And this is a perfect example of being real. I can't afford organic all the time, and we go through a lot of berries, and so I'll do half and half. So I'll buy like a regular bag and mix it with the organic. I know it's not perfect, it's just real. This is us, and this is what we can do. I use the crushed tomatoes or even the tomato sauce all the time, and just add my own seasoning to save money. And you want to make sure, if you can, this is the Aldi brand, and it is in a non-BPA lining. Especially with tomatoes and their acidity, it's really a good thing to try to be conscientious of getting in a non-BPA lining, preferably. And then some blueberries. And then I'm making some more strawberry jam, especially my kids love this kind with the dried pineapple. And yes, again, it has a preservative. Some people are more sensitive than others. The sulfur dioxide, plus of course it's coated in the sugar. But it's just this and fresh strawberries, so it is what it is. Again, it could be worse, it could be better, but I'm gonna make more of that for my kids this week. And then I have 2 different kinds of peanut butter. I wanted to show you this. So this is the organic non-GMO, and then this is the Peanut Delight No Stir Creamy. I think it's supposed to be considered a little bit more natural. Simple ingredients is the wording, but this is where it can kind of get frustrating when it labels try to come across like they're healthier, but they're actually not really. This isn't really much different than any other kind of peanut butter, and like it has cane sugar, but basically that's just sugar, and palm oil, which isn't really that good for you. And it's homogenized, so it's processed and things like that, which is what, you know, the typical American diet, what we're used to. And then this has basically organic peanuts and sea salt. That's it. And so much more clean in its original form, just as an example. And So like our kids aren't as sensitive to things that my husband and I are, so sometimes, and it kind of helps stretch the budget for now, we'll do things like this for our kids and then this for my husband and myself. And then I got some things for pizza night. Every Friday night is pizza night and a movie here at our house, and so I got some ground sausage. And one of the things with meat is it is definitely preferable if you can get like the 100% grass-fed and things like that. But like with the ground meat, a lot of times a lot of the toxicity and things is in the fat. So if you can cook it and just drain off the fat, that alone will get rid of a lot of those things. And so that kind of is one way also to kind of be on a budget and eat in a more clean way, I guess you could say. And so turkey pepperoni, some banana peppers, and some mushrooms. We like to use those things for our pizza. These for some salads and wraps and different things that I'm making this week, the avocados. And then I was going to try to do like a turkey sausage, but they didn't have turkey sausage because I'm doing for breakfast this week. I like to do like the egg casserole or the egg muffins, like a quick breakfast to go. But they didn't have that, so I thought I would try the chicken breakfast sausage, which is pretty clean ingredients, not too bad. It's just the chicken, water, and then 2% or less of salt, sugar, and spices. And then I normally get the Never Any brand of the Deli turkey meat, but they didn't have the turkey this week or the chicken, and so I have gotten this before. It is quite pricey, and so I don't usually get it, again, just for budget reasons. But we're going to be out and about and needing quick and easy meals, and so I did get one package of that for my husband and I this week. And then let's see here. I was going to make tilapia, and then I like to do rice, and I got some stir-fry veggies, but the Aldi was out of tilapia this week, so that's kind of why I got the stir-fry veggies. We'll see what we'll do otherwise. And then I did get some rice cauliflower and some kombucha. Now I get usually about one of these per week, and my husband and I will share it and sip it throughout the week. Why? Because it's really expensive, and so we can't afford a lot. We really like the ginger. I also like the fact that, you know, the ginger can help with digestion and things. However, you do want to get as low sugar amount as possible, and this one would be considered fairly high. 21 grams of sugar per bottle, and so it's not as bad because we'll take like just very small little portions every day or so and just kind of split it between the two of us throughout the week. But you really want to get, even if you can get as low as 5 grams, of course it's not going to be as tasty, but it's, the health benefits are huge. But I have not dived into making my own kombucha, but I would like to try that. But for now, we kind of work through, I guess some is better than none, so that's what we're doing for now. And then let's see here, we are having some friends over for a cookout, and so I'll show you those things that I got for that. And again, this is just sticking with, this is real. We can't buy perfect and everything, and especially when feeding a crowd and what have you. And so this is what we're serving for when we have our guests over. We got hamburger to make hamburgers, and then I have the uncured beef franks, and then buns. Of course, like simple ways that my husband and I will adjust is that we just won't have the buns. And then I needed more ketchup and mustard, and I wanted to show you, I got this at Walmart. Normally I make my own ketchup for my husband and I. It's just a quick, simple recipe that I use, and there are a lot of really good recipes out there. But then if you don't have time to make ketchup, this is an okay option, but like no sugar added, pretty simple ingredients. However, it is sweetened with sucralose, which is basically Splenda, and otherwise pretty clean ingredients. And so it's not the end of the world, the sucralose, but That's just an option that I found at Walmart now, and I don't know how long they've had it, maybe a while, and I've just missed it. But if you're needing a quick option, that would be better than your typical ketchup with like the corn syrup and things like that. And then I am making a fresh garden salsa, and I'm putting corn in it. And Aldi has this available. We don't use corn that often, but when we do, I like to use specifically the non-GMO, because corn is just another highly processed thing. So I got some frozen non-GMO corn and tomatoes to go with the fresh garden salsa. I already have a few of the other things here at home to make that salsa. And I also wanted to show you, even canned, like I didn't get it this grocery haul, but Walmart has organic corn would automatically make that the corn is non-GMO. If it's organic, it's non-GMO. And so that would be another option, is canned. And then for dessert, I just got a brownie mix and then ice cream. And I'm going to be making my keto brownies for my husband and I, and anyone who might be interested in trying them. For dessert, when we have our friends over, and I can put a link to that video. It's just like a 1-minute video if you're interested in seeing that recipe down below. And let's see, then we are making a trip to Cedar Point this week with a group from our church. And so again, we're feeding a crowd, and this is, again, not the good stuff, but it's real. And so just giving you that example, I got 2 loaves, a big thing of regular peanut butter, and a big thing of, I wouldn't even want to call this jelly or jam or whatever. It's just, I don't even want to look at the ingredients. But this is going to feed a crowd who, it'll do for a meal. And so we got that, and then had a few requests for specific snacks that they wanted with the lunch, the veggie straws and the Doritos. Nothing healthy about any of that, but it's there and it's available. And then I also got some apples to go with that meal. And that will do it for Aldi for this week. It's true. This is often what my grocery haul looks like at Walmart. I love getting frozen veggies. They're such a quick way to make a meal and add lots of veggies. And frozen is easier than fresh to chop up when you're busy. And it's also more fresh though than canned veggies. And it's an easy way to get veggies in for my family. Plus, I often will have like a smaller portion of the main dish, and then I will add tons of veggies to my meal, and just to feel like I get to eat more for less, I guess you could say. And okra has so many health benefits, and I don't really like the taste of okra though, so I have many ways of hiding it in the things that I eat. So I like to stock up on the okra. I have tried them air fried, and that was fairly tasty. It's kind of growing on me. And then I love getting the extra fine green beans, just kind of a different than your traditional green beans. Those are also really good air fried. It's almost kind of like French fried green beans or what have you, just a lower carb version. And then broccoli, cauliflower, broccoli, and then regular cauliflower. There's so many different ways that I use the veggies. We use them up quickly. And then I do get the rice cauliflower often just for convenience, I guess. But I also rice my cauliflower sometimes. And then coleslaw is another thing that I find is relatively cheap or inexpensive convenience food that I can make so many different kinds of meals out of, a lot of different kinds of salads. And then also I like to even put it in stir fries, like with sweet potatoes and hamburger and like tomato sauce and seasonings. Really delicious. Fresh cilantro, turkey bacon, and then of course convenient the baby carrots, bananas, and lettuce. Romaine wraps with turkey this week, or turkey and hummus and romaine wraps. So I specifically just wanted this for this week. And then I got some monk fruit. Now this is the blend with the erythritol. And most generally, I do like to stick to the monk fruit and the stevia just straight. but it does kind of change when you're baking. It just kind of changes the consistency, and it's kind of tricky to work with, and you kind of have to learn how to cook with that. So sometimes when baking, I just like to get the blend and use that because it is a little bit easier. This, as with all groceries, like this has gone up by $2 since I started purchasing it, and that hasn't been that long ago. And then my daughter and I love the peppermint tea, and so I usually get a big box of that. And then I like to get the egg whites, the cage-free, you know, with egg stir fry maybe in the morning or what have you. And then I've been obsessed with making these like the egg white meringue cookies or what have you, and I will put in like protein powder and peanut butter powder and make these meringue cookies and put them in the refrigerator for the week. And I love them as something light, but that's protein and helps keep me like satisfied throughout the week. But it's like a lighter treat. I've been obsessed with making those here lately and keeping those on hand. And then just as our family, we do the almond and the coconut milk for the week. So that is for Walmart.